Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question today is for the Minister of Environment, Conservation and Parks. Regularly, like many of my colleagues, our constituents contact our office with concerns regarding the cap-and-trade carbon tax. And they struggle to understand how it is improving the environment, and they're uncertain as to the cost that they will eventually have to bear. But there are several things that they are quite aware of. They are familiar with the difficulty in putting food on the table or paying one's hydro bill, and surely not too hard to figure out their concern if they have enough gas to make it home from work or work from home. And they feel the burden that the cap-and-trade carbon tax has placed on them. Mr. Speaker, the people, they need to know. We all need to know, how will Ontarians be impacted should any kind of carbon tax ever be imposed on them?
Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks.
Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the member from Hastings, Lennox-Addington, for the question. All Ontarians do deserve to know what the costs of the cap-and-trade program would have been and the potential costs for the Trudeau carbon tax. And that was made clear by the FAO in his report. $312 a year, Mr. Speaker, would have been the cost by 2022 of the Liberal cap-and-trade program. That's one of the reasons that we got rid of it. But more concerning today is that $648, Mr. Speaker, by 2022 will be the cost of a Trudeau carbon tax. Mr. Speaker, with respect to our visitor in the gallery, I'm not sure what they're smoking up in Ottawa, but this is not going to fly with Ontarians. This isn't a program that they want. This isn't a tax that they want. This isn't something that the people of Ontario or the people of Canada can afford.
Supplementary.
Mr. Speaker, through you and back to the minister, and I certainly am very pleased that our guest is here to hear our comment today. So thank you for helping us understand the impact of a carbon tax and what it'll have on Canadians. And as we all know, and I've stated before, most of us have experienced, many Canadians are struggling with making ends meet due to the rising costs. I know my constituents are so pleased that they finally elected a government that truly understands and will listen to their concerns. Yet over and over again, at various levels, we see the Liberal Party, the NDP, and the Green Party rise in this House in support of a cap-and-trade tax, another tax. The FAO report confirms our deepest concerns. The carbon tax will take money out of the pockets of every Canadian. Mr. Speaker, can the Minister of Environment describe to us why this regressive cap-and-trade carbon tax program will not work for Ontarians?
Minister.
Mr. Speaker, through you to the member, and I am going to take another opportunity because we, as I promised, are putting a plan forward that will work for Ontarians. So we're looking for their impact at ontario.ca/climate change. But to the question, clearly what the Auditor General had said when she talked about the cap-and-trade as an ineffective tax, poorly conceived, that would ship hundreds of millions of dollars out of the country, cap-and-trade was not going to work. The question, I think, to the opposition party is a good one. The NDP member from Ottawa Centre advocates a $150 a tonne carbon tax. Let's put that into terms people can understand. That's a 35-cent a litre increase in gasoline. Whoa. Our elimination of cap-and-trade has already cut gas prices by almost 5%. We will cut it for 5 cents. We will cut it by a further 5 cents. But that gas tax increase is $4,100 for the average family.
Thank you. Thank you.